Hi Libra, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you a tarot reading for your next 48 hours. Thank you so much for joining me. Do keep in mind this is general, so just take what resonates. But I do want to remind you this is meant to pertain to, the following 48-hour period for you, beginning around when you're guided or drawn to this video, not just following when I post it. But I did channel a message right before recording this, attempting this reading again, and the message was, it's time to impress. It's time to impress. We are pulling from the Good Tarot to begin, jumping right to the tarot part of the reading, and we have the Sun card as well as the Three of Air. I do feel as if there's a true focus on who and what is bringing out, even location-wise, bringing out the sunnier side of you and the more emotional side of you. I do feel like there's a feeling that you're very affected by emotions around you, or what you've been through, or simply the energy in the air in a situation, or multiple. And I do feel like your connection to the moon needs to take a highlight, but don't be surprised when Spirit pushes you to, in certain ways, even in certain moments of happiness, to reflect upon or to think slightly back to when you were kind of out of it or just a bit emotional or went through it recently, and it may feel a little bit annoying, I'm not gonna lie, but there is a productive nature behind it, okay? A lesson or just a reminder or a prevention to move forward, a recognition of what's making you happy through it all, okay? But I do feel like you're needing to understand how much is coming in at this time for you. I do feel like there's going to be a bit of a royal sort of, I have it going on way about you in the next 48, but a humble twist to it all. Does that make sense? And I'm being drawn to the bird here with a crown on. Let's see here. Can you see it? And I really do feel as if your crown is back on. Did somebody or even the energy knock it off recently? Or did you refuse to wake up and own it in certain ways? I just feel like even when you were feeling kind of down in the recent past or feeling not up to it certain days, you still took care of oneself, at least for the most part, or you still did what you had to do for the most part. And I just feel like Libra's back. Libra's back, but it feels like everything's happening for a reason. As I'm being drawn to the Wheel of Fortune here, this big heart, your big loyal heart is coming into play in the next 48 for certain reasons. People are seeing you as somebody who doesn't move towards what isn't meant for them, or does and then just moves right past it, right? Or backs away. I feel like you're reminding oneself that you deserve the most fulfilling amount of love in your life when it comes to friends, family, romance, dating. I also feel like sexual matters are coming into play, but I do sense that you're balancing things out in the next 48, in the next 2 days, remind you that you do have a lot of options, and you could be even deciding between two people, two opportunities, two chances to where to put your time, right? Your energy. I sense that people are very attracted to you at this time, as they should be. But I also sense that your eye contact is leaving people a bit perplexed or just locked in, okay? It's like the gateway to your soul is telling them a story about themselves or even about you, or just making them quite hypnotized or mesmerized, all right? I heard beautiful eyes. As I take a moment, I just feel like there's going to be moments where you need to take a deep breath. You need to relax, okay? Step away from your work and come back in a fresh state of being, mindset. You'll find the quality is increased due to it all. But I sense that with the Four of Air, it's this vibe where you don't remember at all times that you're protected, okay? Due to certain spiritual messing with, due to certain failures in the past, or certain slip-ups, or just certain options that are being attracted to you at this time, which aren't meant for you, at least not fully. But all the meanwhile, there's going to be certain, okay, I'm hearing certain forces working against you at times. But I do, or at least it feels like that. For some of you, I feel like that's spiritual, but I do sense that the wheel is turning in your favor in a lot of ways, okay? And I do sense that, all right, now I'm getting that you've kind of developed a couple of enemies in the past along the way, and it wasn't fully or at all your fault, just you sort of putting people in their place or just calling people out on their shit, or just leaving people behind for one reason or another. You could have potentially chosen not to do the right thing, but either way, I feel like that's coming into play for one reason or another, okay? And I also feel like some of you who are in the public eye who draw in attention in that way, a lot of success due to that, right? It's part of why the wheel's turning for you. Even in dating is what they said. But I do sense that you are noticing that it's, or remembering a level of negativity can flow in as well, okay? But underneath it all, you're thinking about a new leap of faith you're wishing to take. But I do sense that there's going to be one moment, if not multiple moments in the next 48 where your inner child comes out. I'm getting that from this imagery. And you're going to feel a bit angelic. And when you start to walk heavy, or you start to feel a heaviness come about, or you feel a lack of motivation when you were just so damn motivated or you expected to be, think about the energy. Spiritually, people around you, depending on your situation, of course, something altered you energy-wise, okay? Keep that in mind. But I feel like there's a lot of support coming in from the spiritual realm at this time, and it's just not all completely evident, but in moments of feeling, in moments of floating through what you're trying to accomplish or just where you're heading, or trying to get started, there's your evidence, okay? There's your evidence. For some, you're going to hear them loud and clear, and there's going to be synchronicities, but at the very least, you'll have that feeling, okay? You could even feel a sense of sensation, like a set of goosebumps or something of the sort, a touch on the shoulder. But I do feel like music is coming into play, all right? A push to get your voice out there, to sing your Libran song, to recognize, yeah, you've made mistakes. You're only human, right? But I do feel like you're meant to help other people with their mistakes, or just get your story out there in one way, shape, or form, or just channel your voice, your release to assist others, okay? Or just to make an impact in one way, shape, or form. And I sense that you're thinking about, in a very bold way, a new job, a new place of residence, a new car. It could be more than one thing for you, right? More than one situation. And you're being reminded that you deserve whatever's about to come to be, okay? In divine timing. Let's take these. What else do we have for Libra? Falling onto the ground. I'm actually going to grab that. Bear with me. Beautiful. I'll mention that in just a second. We have the King of Water. All right, so there's going to be this very bold way about you where at certain points you do feel a little bit caught up in your feels or other people's feels, depending on how empathic you are or who you were just wrapped up with or energetically connected to. But there's this vibe that you're kind of going with the flow in a very peaceful manner. And again, it could play into the way you were feeling due to spirit. Even if it's not one of your guides, I want to say. And there's a reminder that you're changing through it all, okay? People are seeing you changing and just a bit enamored or just drawn in, a bit curious, a bit jealous, you name it. The way people are seeing you and how it affects their inner being and their way of reacting or not, how it affects their feelings is going to vary from case to case. But I just feel like you're attracting in a ton of attention right now, mainly due to your transformation, due to your work, due to leaving people lingering at times. Interesting. Because I just feel like you're not sensing that you need to make certain decisions real quick, right? Or immediately. It's like I can take my time to make an informed decision or to see if I'm missing something. Kind of tied into each other, but you get the point. Yeah, I just feel like it's just read this as water, okay? So there may be a connection to water that's needed at this time or just feels quite relevant. Do shower or wash your face throughout the next 48. Don't be shy to overly wash your hands or even head towards a body of water, okay? The rain will be even beneficial even if you're not in the rain. I just feel like the water is cleansing you. It's giving you a sense of peace, or just a sense of a reality check-in or just clarity coming into be. I know that may not feel fully understandable until it happens, but now I'm feeling quite relaxed as we just talked about water, okay? But the Four of Water and the Ace of Air coming out, because I really do sense that there's a reminder of who and what's not meant for you. And I do feel like in a lot of ways, it's up to you. It's up to you, Libra. So what do you want? Who do you truly want? Okay? These questions are going to come to mind due to spirit, due to all you've been through and all you're going through in the next 48. But I just feel like the clarity is coming into be as to why people, places, situations aren't working out for you or have been minimalized in your life, right? With the Six of Air. And when things don't feel completely healthy, take a step away or several steps away, right? But it also ties into meaning-wise what we were just speaking upon, right? Taking steps towards more of what you deserve and realizing if somebody or something is meant to be in my life in the future, even in the midst of me doing what's right for me, then it will just be, right? They'll come back around or our paths will cross again or that situation will be for me in the future in one way, shape, or form. So your trust or lack thereof which in the universe needs to come into play in the next 48, as I do feel like you have a lot of important choices and decisions to make in regards to what you actually desire and what you should stick with, a very Queen of Swords vibe. Allow for yourself to recognize that you deserve all the attention coming in at this time, right? But who actually deserves your attention, okay? So I hope this was truly helpful. I'm sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy your next 48, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Libra.